Good evening, all of you. So, on behalf of Vision IS, I welcome all of you. Okay. So, my name is Rajesh Govindaraj. I'm a faculty of Geography and Environment here. So, I'm associated with Vision since last 8 years, and I have a teaching experience of 10 years. ठीक है, देखने के लिए थोड़ा सा यंग दिखता हूँ. And so I'm in this field for sufficient time. So my native is Karnataka, so from south. So but I'm here since last 14 years, 2008 say. Okay, so that's briefly about me. So more things you will get to know once we proceed. And also I would like to know more about you. So let's hope it is going to be a good journey. So coming to geography, I think there's some basic introduction happened, how the course is going to go, you know, so about your student portal and the overall resources which are available here. So let me just start directly with geography. So rest of the things we can talk whenever we get opportunity in between. Yeah. So when was the last time you guys studied geography? Can be honest with me. Class 10th. So how many years before? 5-6 years. So any of you from geography graduation background? Okay. So BA geography, BA honors. BA. Okay. What about you? BA honors. Anyone else? Same. Okay. So anyone else? BA. Anyone masters? कोई है masters in geography? ठीक है, good. So any of you from geography optional? ठीक है. So started preparing geography optional? ठीक है, good. So बाकी लोगों का optional decide हो गया? So decide about optional? Good. Whoever has not decided, so start. Decide the process. मतलब ये जो decision making process यही बड़ा challenging process है. तो इसको शुरू करो. Okay, and do it fast. Because जितना जल्दी करोगे उतना अच्छा है. ठीक है? So don't delay the process of deciding about the optional. And also you will hear some rumors in the market. Okay, whether there would be optional or not. So please don't listen to such kind of rumors. It's just a waste of time. So when UPSC wants to announce, it will announce through official notification. Okay? So, and until that comes out, there is no point of all of this. So decide about optional soon and start with it. The way you started with general studies. So good. All of you are starting early. So this will be our first batch also for 2024. So good. So let's start with the basics of geography. What is geography? What is geography? Whatever you know about geography, tell me. What do you mean by geography? Geo plus graphy. What do you mean by that? ठीक है? Okay, yeah. So you're saying study of Earth. So then it should be called as geology, right? So geology, logy means study, right? Then what do you mean by graphy? Description, the pictorial representation. So which one is the bigger circle, logy or graphy? Yes, so because you are going to describe, and that involves actual study also. Fine. So basically, even though geology is the study of Earth, it is limited to the study of rocks. Geology is limited to the study of rocks, the layer of rocks, the causes of these layers, how they are formed, all of this. So that is geology. Geology is branch of geography. It was a branch of geography for a long period of time. Now it is a separate one in the last 200 years. But geography is much older subject as such. ठीक है. So it is basically description of earth. It is not just study, we are going to describe the earth. That is what is geography. So what are the things which we are going to describe? What all will be describing it? So let me just give you a brief introduction about what are the things which are there in geography. The basic thing which we see everywhere, the physical characteristics of earth, the physical conditions of earth, which is clearly visible. So for example, the land, what we see on the surface, right? What we see on the surface, that is land. The study of land is called as geomorphology. Okay, the study of land is geomorphology. So other than land, we also see water. The study of water is oceanography. The study of air above the surface. Don't write for now, I'll tell you when to write. This is the basic introduction. This is what is climatology. And what we see on the surface is actually soil. Soil is very much important. That is where the plants would grow, the trees would grow, and that is required for the entire life to survive on the surface of earth, right? That is what we call it as biogeography. The study of soil in relation with the life on the surface of earth. Okay? So all these are describing what? The physical conditions of the earth. The physical conditions are being described here. Okay? So this part is called as the physical geography. This is what we call it as the physical geography. So is that it? Anything else? To understand the physical condition of earth, first we should understand the overall origin of earth, its place in the universe, okay, how exactly it came. So what is the part, what is the position of earth? For that we should also understand the universe and its origin. So then only we can understand the earth in a better manner, right? The study of geography is not only the physical conditions, it also the origin. That part includes the study of universe and its origin and the different stars, galaxies, and our solar system, and earth as just one of the planet in the solar system. Is that right? So only if we understand this, we will be able to understand the conditions on the surface of earth in a better manner. This is what we call it as cosmology or astrology. Okay, the same part of it. Anything else? There is another aspect to it, the economic aspect. Most of the economic activities which happen on the surface of earth are decided by geography. Okay, they are decided and they are directly related to geography. Whether it is resource extraction, what are the resources we see on the surface of earth? Water resource, land resource, forest resource, mineral resource, energy resource, all of these, they are decided by the geography. And based on these resources, we will do various different types of economic activities, such as agriculture. Agriculture is also part of geography only, right? The soil condition, the climatic conditions, which will decide the type of crops to be grown. And then industries, whatever the resource we extract, we need to process and make it as goods. Industries, of course, that is also decided by geography. And then transportation and other services like trade, communication, etc. Geography has a huge role in deciding this, right? So this aspect is what we call it as the economic geography. Then there's social aspect to geography. like population distribution of human beings. It is totally decided by geography. We have more population on the plains, less population in the hilly areas, right? Culture, what kind of culture, what kind of language, of course they're shaped by geography. And also the settlement patterns. What do you mean by settlement? Settlement का मतलब क्या है? The place of residence, the place where we live. Okay, overall buildings, etc. और कुछ है geography में? There is also environmental angle, which we call it as environmental geography, which includes the study of ecosystem, which we call it as ecology. How different organisms interact with each other and with the nature environment. So that is what is ecology. Then biodiversity, the changes which are happening in the environment in terms of degradation of environment, and then the concepts of sustainable development. So of course that is in relation to the overall geography and its carrying capacity, right? And even different conservation efforts. So this is all about geography. और कुछ है? So majorly तो यही है. So geography is a very wide subject. बहुत बड़ा सा subject है. This is the subject of geography. I'm not saying that we have to study all of this in the same depth, the same level for UPSC. Okay, UPSC छोड़ो पहले geography subject समझो. What is geography? Geography is description of Earth. We have to describe Earth. We'll describe the physical aspects, the economical aspects, the social aspects, environmental aspects. For all of that, we also have to understand its history. कहाँ से आया, कैसे आया, ये सब चीजें. That is what is cosmology. This is what is geography. So how much of it is required in UPSC? कितना चाहिए UPSC के लिए? So how will we understand? कैसे पता चलेगा? Who will tell us? Our toppers? Syllabus? So toppers भी बताएंगे, हम भी बताएंगे. Even we will tell what to study, what not to study. But before that, there is a direct channel of communication between you and UPSC. Okay, आप दोनों के बीच में डायरेक्ट कम्युनिकेशन चैनल है. पहले उसको यूज करो. So वहां पर जितना भी यूज होगा, फिर उसके बाद में आ जाओ हमारे पास. So that is notification. Okay, so every year UPSC releases notification. Okay, कब रिलीज होगा? जनवरी, फरवरी. Okay, usually फरवरी में होता है. Fine. So that notification talks about the entire pattern of examination along with syllabus. Okay, syllabus का भी बात होता है. So it is clearly given in the syllabus what are the topics to be covered. Okay, this is a direct screenshot of the notification only. Okay, there are multiple versions. पूरा explain करके market में मिलेगा. पहले UPSC जो दिया है उसको पढ़ो. Then you can read all these different versions. First understand what exactly is UPSC is trying to tell you. Okay, this is your prelims. Prelims has two papers. General Studies 1, General Studies 2. Okay, General Studies 1 is the subject where you have to study about the different topics: history, geography, polity, economy. Paper 2 is your CSAT. Okay. So paper 1 includes the subjects of current affairs. Okay, the subjects of current affairs, history, and then geography, then polity, economics, environment, and general science. Right? So in that you can see ये जो green color में highlighted है, this is what is the subject of geography. What is the name of this subject? Indian and World Geography. The name of the subject is Indian and World Geography. So what all it covers? It covers the physical geography, जो हमने अभी बात किया था, physical geography, social geography, and then economic geography. तीन part दिया है, right? And in the context of both India and world, we have to study world geography separately and Indian geography separately. Okay, we have to study both of it separately. Fine. What about environmental geography? That is not part of geography. That is made as a separate subject itself. It is core part of geography only. It is called as environmental geography. Okay, earlier before the syllabus changed, prelim syllabus was changed when? 2011. Prelims was changed in 2011. Okay, mains was changed in 2013. So before that, if you go back, so general studies में जो भी geography था उसी के अंदर environment भी था. Environment was also part of geography. There was no separate subject. Then it was made as a separate subject. However, it is very important to understand the geographical concepts before you venture into environment. Okay, so half of it is directly related to geography only. So however, since UPSC has given it separately, we will also teach it separately. Environment will be dealt separately. And the part of the initial part, जो cosmology मैंने बताया था ना, so that part is not required in a very detailed manner. You will study some part of it in general science, science, technology, current affairs में आप पढ़ोगे. बाकी सारा जो basic bare minimum चाहिए, we'll study it in the class. जितना UPSC के लिए जरूरी है. So this is your prelims. What about mains? So this is the screenshot of your main syllabus. So main syllabus is General Studies paper 1. There are 4 papers of General Studies, paper 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 paper of essay, 2 essay लिखना है आपको. And there is optional 2 papers, paper 1, paper 2. This is your mains. Anything else? Yes, qualifying paper. बहुत लोग ये भूल जाते हैं. Okay, so if you are not good at English or mother tongue, please work on that. It is very, very important. Gradually, so whenever you get time, work on that. And even prelims also, CSAT also, you should not neglect. Okay. So in General Studies paper 1, it includes history, geography and society. History includes art and culture, the modern history, post-independence, world history. All of this part of history only. Then comes society and then geography. Of all these sections, the highest weightage is for geography. The highest weightage. 100 marks usually out of 250. So what are the topics given in paper 1? Geography. It is divided into 3 parts. The first topic, salient features of world physical geography. Salient features of world physical geography. That means it is about the physical geography in the context of world. Okay, it included geomorphology, climatology, oceanography and biogeography. That is all physical geography. Second topic, distribution of key natural resources across the world, including South Asia and Indian subcontinent. Now we have to talk about the resources, the natural resources in world as well as India's context. The natural resources include the water resource, land resource, vegetation, minerals and energy resource. All of these are natural resources. And the second part of it, the factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary and tertiary sector industries in various parts of the world, including India. So basically we can call this as the economic activities. Okay, because it includes primary, secondary, tertiary sector. What is primary sector? Agriculture. Agriculture and mining is primary sector, where you are directly dealing with the nature, where you are directly involved in economic extraction, resource extraction. That is what is primary sector. Secondary sector, you process these raw material derived from the primary sector. Industries. Tertiary sector, services and transportation. Okay? So all of this come under economic activity. So we can divide into 2 parts. One is natural resources. Second one is economic activity. There is a 4th topic here. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. Geographical features and their location changes in critical geographical features, including water bodies, ice caps, and in flora and fauna and the effects of such changes. So what are they talking about? ये कहाँ पर था? Where was it when I said all the different topics of geography? Physical geography. It is part of physical geography. Agree? So whatever you are seeing here, earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activity, cyclone, all of these you are going to study as part of your physical geography only. Okay, as geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, इसी में आएगा. Then why it is made separately? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कुछ काली जगह बच गया, ठीक है, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा डाल दो. करंट का टॉपिक्स है, ठीक है, और कुछ डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट, वेरी गुड. देन यस, फॉर आवर ओन फ्यूचर, ठीक है, फॉर आवर ओन सर्वाइवल एंड आवर ओन फ्यूचर वी नीड टू गिव मोर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन हियर. सो दीज आर द टॉपिक्स ऑफ फिजिकल जियोग्राफी ओनली. ओके, इसको एक हेडिंग दे देते, जियोफिजिकल फिनोमेना. These are all topics of physical geography which are relevant currently. Okay, which are relevant currently, which are changing on day-to-day basis and which will impact the life on the surface of Earth. Not only human beings, even the others. The climate change, global warming, cyclones, sea level rise, all of this, the melting of glaciers, flooding. So usually there would be questions related to disaster management in paper 1. That comes from this topic. Okay, it comes from this topic. So why it is important, disaster management, not only for our own survival, even for the work which you are going to do in the future. It is the primary responsibility of IAS officer at the district level to manage disasters. So you should know about this in more detail at the root cause. Okay? You will also study about this. Disaster management is also there in your paper 3. Paper 3 का part है, वहां पर management के बारे में बात करने, how to manage the disasters. Here the causes, the areas impacted, what are the changes which are happening. ठीक है? This is part of your physical geography only. We will not study this separately. But whenever this topic comes in physical geography, we will give more importance. Okay, we will try to study in more detailed manner. So usually in mains geography there would be one question which is of too detailed manner. बहुत ज़्यादा डेप्थ में पूछते हैं, जो NCERT से बाहर है, जो बहुत मुश्किल लगता है. So that is from this area. ठीक है? So इस साल एक बार क्वेश्चन आया था, एक क्वेश्चन आया था, the color coding warning of cyclones. Have you seen that? Okay, that is from cyclone. Cyclone तो दिया है. 2018 there was another question, mantle plumes. What are mantle plumes? Okay, so these terms are not mentioned in NCERT. You will not find it in normal sources. The thing is, you have to study about them in detailed manner. You should go beyond the normal basic sources and then try to read about them in more detailed manner. Okay? So the main syllabus is divided into 4 parts: physical geography, natural resources, economic geography, and then geophysical phenomena. However, the 4th part is part of the first one itself. So this is geography mains. Other than prelims and mains do geography portion, is there any other topics which are related to geography? Yes, environment. Environment to मैंने already बता दिया, it is considered as part of geography itself, but it has been separated. In prelims we have separate environment portion, and in mains also we have separate environment portion: conservation, environmental pollution, degradation, environmental impact assessment. All of these related to geography. So geography, the concept of geography is not limited to only paper 1. It is also there in paper 3. Okay? Other than that, in economics we have few topics. The major crops, cropping pattern in various parts of the country, different types of irrigation systems, storage, transport, marketing of agriculture produce, issues and related constraints, e-technology in the aid of farmers. These are topics related to agriculture. Here we will cover these topics from geography perspective. I'm not going to talk about the economic angle here. Okay, the market, the pricing mechanism, all of this will not be discussing. However, we'll be covering the conditions, the cropping conditions, the climatic conditions, the overall spread, overall area covered. All of this we'll be discussing in the agriculture portion. In addition to this, there is also a topic on infrastructure, energy, ports, roads, airports and railways. We'll discuss this again in economic geography as a part of geographical conditions. Geography के तरफ से जो भी discuss करने हैं बात करेंगे. And disaster management, of course, it is incomplete without geography. Yeah. So other than the core part of geography, which I have highlighted here and here, so there are few other topics of geography which is there in the syllabus. So सारा मिला के these are the topics which we'll be studying. Okay, this is how we'll be covering in the class. I have divided the entire geography into 3 portions. One is the physical geography of world. Second, physical geography of India. Third, economic and human geography of world and India. First, we'll study about the physical geography of world. We'll start with the basics. I told you about the background, the universe, the origin, Big Bang. ये सारा briefly cover करेंगे as it is required, जितना चाहिए. So that will cover it as the first unit of physical geography of world. The second unit will be your geomorphology, the study of landforms, the major unit. Third one is climatology. Fourth one is oceanography, and fifth one is biogeography. Okay, biogeography. This is physical geography of world. Once we are done with this, then we'll move on to physical geography of India. The first part will be physiography of India. Second, the drainage system, that is the river system. Third, the climate. Fourth, the soil of India. Whatever we have studied in the context of the world will apply in the context of India. Okay? So this completes your physical geography. Then comes economic and human geography. We'll start with the resources, oceanic and water resources, natural vegetation, agriculture, mineral and energy resources, industries, transportation infrastructure, and then population and settlements. This is your economic geography. Here there is no need to separate India and world because this is a kind of information factual type. Here there is the involvement of concepts. Okay, here we'll study it separately. यहाँ पर तो we can do it together. साथ में पढ़ सकते हैं at the India level, at the world level. Last but not the least, map locations. Most important part of geography is map location. and this is common to all. ठीक है, so you can write this will be your overall geography lecture. So the number of classes will be 40. Okay, we are expected to complete by 40 lectures. So in that, majority of these classes will be around physical geography of the world. Okay, this will take around 25-26 classes. Okay, so because this is your foundation, so foundation strong होना चाहिए. ठीक है, so एक बार foundation बना दिया फिर थोड़ा बहुत घर अपने हिसाब से बना सकते हैं, है ना. So because whatever we study here, that is what we are going to apply here. This will not take much time. Okay, 4 classes में खत्म हो जाएगा ये. This will take more. Okay, we'll take slowly because many of the students are very new to geography. So then we'll develop the concepts. Once we are there, then we can speed up the thing. So then we'll move on to the economic and human geography, around 8 to 10 classes. And of course, there's no prelims, mains separation. We'll study both of it together. Yeah, this includes both prelims as well as main syllabus. The part of environment will be dealt separately in your environment syllabus. So that's why I have left it there. So that will not be considered as part of geography. And the first part, initial part, is I'm going to restrict to a very basic minimum, the cosmology. Done? So this is your overall syllabus. So from UPSC's context, what all you have to study? But we have limited number of time, limited number of classes, limited time. So we cannot do a thorough research here. That is not required also. ऐसा नहीं कि हम कर नहीं सकते. Of course कर सकते. But it is not required for UPSC. You are not here to study geography. You are here to become civil servants, right? So you're all studying geography for becoming civil servants, right? कोई है ऐसे geography research करने आए हैं? So please don't do that. So it's very important that you need to put a limit where to stop while preparing for UPSC. So अभी शुरू किया है आप लोगों ने. You have started your journey. Okay, today is the beginning, the first step. ठीक है? So many of you would have started on your own, but today is the official beginning, right? So keep this in mind. There will never be a shortage of content for you. While writing examination, prelims, mains, interview, content कभी भी shortage नहीं होगा. Content shortage इसलिए नहीं होगा कि कभी वो खत्म नहीं होगा. ठीक है? So don't think you will study everything, you will read everything. You will read sufficiently. But the issue comes in understanding the demand of UPSC. Okay, to understand the question, to write the answer in a given time limit, in a given word limit. okay, to read a question in prelims and try to guess the answer, try to mark the right answer. So that requires practice, that requires hard work. It is not just about the content. You should always know where to stop. You should work in other areas, practicing more question, writing more answers. ठीक है, so revising, recollecting, वहां पर काम करना है. Then don't just keep reading. So to put stop, we need to understand to what depth we have to study. Okay, so there comes your second source of communication. The first source of communication is always notification. So कोई भी doubt है यूपीएससी related, पहले notification देखो, उसमें समझ नहीं आया, then you ask anyone else. Okay, you ask us, you ask your friends, but first see the notification by hand, मतलब by person. First you should read it by yourself, not from someone else. जब notification release होगा, please try to read from end to end. Of course, there will be many of the things which you don't have to read. दूसरे optional का syllabus ये सब पढ़ने का जरूरी नहीं है. The things which are related to you, please read it from end to end. Very important. There is second source of communication. That is your previous question papers. Okay, the previous question papers, both prelims as well as mains. If you analyze this previous question paper, last 10 years का पकड़ो, पूरा analysis करो, उससे समझ आ जाएगा आपको to what depth you have to prepare a subject. What are the areas which you should concentrate? Because you don't have to give equal importance to all of these. Some of them require in-depth understanding. Some of them require shallow understanding. ऊपर ऊपर कर लिया तो काफी है, क्वेश्चंस आया ही नहीं है. For example, settlements. I have written geomorphology. I have also written settlements. Settlements में एक क्वेश्चन भी नहीं आया अभी तक. Geomorphology is the major unit, so you should understand this weightage. Which topic should be studied in in-depth manner? Which topic is not required to be studied in in-depth manner? For this, previous question papers will be very handy. The first thing you will understand when you go through a previous question paper is the weightage of the subject. So how much weightage a subject has in your prelims as well as in your mains. Prelims General Studies paper 1 has 100 questions. Okay, there will be 100 questions. Out of 100 questions, geography का weightage क्या है? So if you see the last 11, 12 years, the first 5 years you can see there was a high weightage, बहुत ज़्यादा weightage था. So 19, 13, 22, 18, 16. The next 6 years you can see it has decreased. On an average around 8, and this year it has increased again in 2022. So if we take the average, let's just take the average. Highest is 22, lowest is 7, which is 29. 29 divided by 2. कितना? This is your average number of questions which you can expect. Number of questions, I am not saying marks. Out of 100 marks चाहिए तो multiply by 2. ठीक है? But if you go by the trend, if you see the trend, last few years the number of questions have been average on average 8, but the trend has changed. Usually when UPSC changes trend, it will be followed for some years. तो अभी change हुआ है. So let's hope that this continues. ठीक है? Let's hope this continues. We are getting more questions from geography because geography is one area जहां पर score हो सकता है आपका. अच्छे से prepare करो, score हो जाएगा. So on average we can expect around 14 to 15 questions in prelims, right? In mains, the syllabus changed in 2013 and it has been on an average 100 marks. Okay, on an average it is 100 marks. The highest was 115, the lowest was 70, but more or less it has remained around 100 marks in total. Remember, 100 out of 250. 100 out of 250. This is one of the largest in terms of any subject. Okay, compare with paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 तो ठीक है, वो अलग ही है. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. This is the largest. Almost equal weightage आएगा आपका polity. Polity and geography has highest weightage. ठीक है, this is in terms of weightage. इसका overall importance पता चलता है by understanding the weightage. However, you need to know the different types of questions which are being asked. Okay, so we know overall weightage prelims में इतना है, mains में इतना है. So there is also another thing. So there is sudden decrease in the number of questions which from geography which has been asked in prelims. Prelims में geography portion suddenly decrease हो गया. Anyone? Any guess why? Environment increase कर दिया. There is an increase in the overall questions from environment, and environment का आधा question तो geography related ही होता है. It is directly related to geography only. And in many of the times you can directly answer an environment question using the knowledge from geography. So now why the number of questions have increased in environment? This year also there were 21 questions from environment. ऐसा नहीं है कि geography increase कर दिया तो environment कम कर दिया. So why the questions on environment increased? Current issues then? They also merge the prelims for forest service and civil service, right? That is the reason. Fine. Forest service is environment, forest. So there are more questions on forest, environment, right? So both current issues भी है उसके context में the number of questions in environment has increased. But overall weightage तो पता है. Weightage मतलब geography तो बहुत important section है, इसको skip तो नहीं कर सकते, है ना? But to understand which topic is important, which topic is not important, and to understand what depth you have to study, and also to understand the nature of study, whether it is conceptual study होना चाहिए या information होना चाहिए, you need to see the different types of questions. Okay, let me just show you a few questions just for your understanding. Okay, I'll just show you a few questions and also I'll give you the link of analysis. वहां पर बाद में जाके देख लेना. Okay, you just go through the analysis in detail. So this is one of the question asked. 2019 का क्वेश्चन है. Geography. Anyone? What is the answer here? क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में, क्या बोलते हैं? ओस. So my Hindi is not that great. थोड़ा सा adjust कर लो. Accent से ही पता चल जाएगा आपको. So what is the answer? Anything else? Why are dew drops not formed on a cloudy night? Clouds absorb the radiation released from the Earth's surface. Clouds reflect back the Earth's radiation. The Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. Clouds deflect the wind blowing wind to the ground level. So question देख के ऐसे लगता है कि this is something information which you have to remember. This is not something information. This is a concept. Okay, there is a concept related to the formation of dew. Dew कैसे बनता है? What are the conditions under which it will be formed and how it will be formed? You should understand the concept first. If you understand the concept of formation of dew, you can easily answer this. The answer is B. Okay, so which nobody told. Answer is B. समझ आ जाएगा. So हम cover कर लेंगे. This will be covered in climatology. ठीक है? Another type of question. So रेड सैंडर्स के बारे में तो सुना ही होगा. रिसेंटली भी न्यूज में है बहुत. कहां पर न्यूज में? रेड सैंडर्स. पुष्पा. ये तो अभी न्यूज में है. यूपीएससी में तो बहुत पहले से ही न्यूज में था. So there was an incident in 2016 where many of the smugglers were shot dead. Okay, it happened in Andhra Pradesh. 2016 में हुआ था. उसी साल में क्वेश्चन आया था. So what is the answer? Any other answers? Then any other answers? ठीक है, गुड. क्या नाम है आपका? हमेशा. वेरी गुड. आंसर इज ये. ठीक है, बात करेंगे इसके बारे में, बात करेंगे इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी में. So it's a tree species found in the part of South India, but it is not found in tropical rainforest. Okay, rainforest नहीं है, it's dry deciduous forest. The thing is, what is the type of question? It is not something concept. It is something which is related to current affairs. Okay, current affairs based. So पहले वाला था पूरा static and conventional, the concept based. The second type of question which you see in prelims is current affairs based. This was in news, that's why it was asked. ऐसा नहीं कि we cannot study every type of trees, वो तो impossible है. We cannot study. So those which comes in news, you come back to the geography and then study about them in detail. कहाँ पर मिलेगा, क्या condition है. This is current affairs based question. Okay, geography, two types of questions. This is only first half. Second half, locations. So both are this year's question, 2022 का questions है. So what is the answer for this? Try to read the question. You should know कैसे questions आता है. So they are talking about the peaks and the mountains. Mountain is a पूरा range जैसे रहता है. Peak is the sharp pointed जो topmost रहता है. Namcha Parva is a peak. Nanda Devi is a peak. Nokarik is a peak. They're asking in which mountain range you will find them. What is the answer? Anything else? A, B, C? The answer is B. Namcha Parva is a very famous peak which is there in the Arunachal Pradesh, easternmost part of Great Himalayas. The Great Himalayas are said to be from Namcha Parva to Nanga Parbat. Okay, Namcha Parvat to Nanga Parvat, that is the easternmost and westernmost points of Great Himalayas. That is not Garhwal Himalaya. Garhwal Himalaya comes in Uttarakhand. Okay, this is wrong. Nanda Devi comes in Kumaon. Okay, Kumaon is the region in Uttarakhand. This is right. Nokrek comes in Meghalaya, not Sikkim. Okay, it comes in Meghalaya. It's in Garo Hills. Okay, Garo Hills. The answer is B. What about this one? Which one of the following lakes of West Africa has become dry and turned into a desert? Any guesses? Answer is B. Okay, so Lake Fakwebain. So basically, ऐसे पढ़ना तो मुश्किल है. This is totally in current affairs. So in case of map location, you will find two types of question. One is your static question, another one is current affairs. दोनों location है, map location ही है. One you will study as part of your conventional geography. If you are studying geography, you should know about these locations. जैसे मैंने बताया था, so Great Himalayas extend from Namcha Parvat to Nanga Parvat. ये तो पता होना ही चाहिए. Even though this is information, this is location based. Okay, these are the important peaks, important locations of India, so which you should know. Whether it is in news or not, you should know. That is what is location, which is static types. So another location which is current affairs based. There are many such locations you will find. You cannot remember all of these. There are thousands of lakes in the world. Which one to remember, which one not to remember. Particularly in the context of world, you should always remember those which are currently in news. Or if there is too much of significance, this is the largest, biggest, deepest, then you should remember. Otherwise, if it is in news, then only you have to remember. This was totally in news. News में था, इसलिए question आया है. So there are two types of location. One is static type, another one is current affairs type. These are the four type of questions which we can see in geography. है ना? So एक था conceptual type, दूसरा current affairs type. Okay, this is geography only, information geography. Here it is location, one is static location, fourth one is current affairs location. So we have to prepare geography with this background. मतलब इस orientation में हमें पढ़ना है. Whenever you see, so you can segregate them into these kind of questions. ऐसे हो सकते हैं question, ऐसे हो सकते हैं. Try to predict. Mains. So mains also we can have four types of question. Okay, the first one. Okay, इस साल का ही question है 2022, just recent examination. What are the forces that influence ocean currents and describe their role in fishing industry of the world? This is totally traditional part of geography. So in fact, this question was already repeated. 2015 में आया था. This question was asked in 2015. Again, it was asked. Almost same. Very rarely it happens. It is just lucky that it was repeated. Otherwise, usually it will not happen. But overall, this is a question where you study the concept and understand the concept and write the answer. Okay, this is totally concept based. However, here you can directly write from wherever you have read. Okay, from it notes or a textbook or from the class, whatever you have heard. Using that, you can directly write the answer. That is why I have said static hai, but it is a basic question. The second type of question, see this. Discuss the multi-dimensional implications of uneven distribution of mineral oil in the world. So first of all, you should know about the distribution of mineral oil in the world. Mineral oil talks about the petroleum. है ना? Petroleum resource के बारे में बात हो रहे हैं. First, you should understand what is the distribution of petroleum. So once you understand the distribution of petroleum, first thing you will notice is that it is not uniformly distributed. And what are the implications of that? The first part of the question, you should talk about the uneven distribution. Second, the implications of uneven distribution. Of course, more focus is on the implications. You will not find any of these things in the textbook or notes. Notes या textbook में मिलेगा नहीं आपको. ठीक है? However, based on whatever you have studied in the class or textbook or notes, you have to make your own answer then and there in the examination. That is what is applied. There is no standard set answers here. This is totally standard answer. Okay, here you know what exactly how to write. It is clearly given in the textbook or notes. Class में हम directly discuss करते हैं. ये सब तो हम discuss करेंगे. Distribution के बारे में discuss करेंगे. Briefly issues बताएंगे. And based on that, you have to make your own answer as per the demand of the question. That is what is applied question. It is something related to static part of geography, but still it is applied. Okay, two types of question. The third one, which is mix of both static and current affairs. It would be news for some of the other reason. You have to take some data about it from the current affairs also. That is what is static as well as current affairs. Okay, for example, examine the status of forest resource of India and its resultant impact on climate change. The status of forest resource of India, you will get it from the state of the forest survey. Okay, which is your current affairs. And the impact of this on climate change, this is part of geography. It's a mix of both. It's a mix of both the static and current affairs part. द फोर्थ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज टोटली करंट अफेयर्स. ओके, दिस वन इस साल का क्वेश्चन है. डिस्कस द मीनिंग ऑफ कलर कोडेड वेदर वार्निंग फॉर साइक्लोन प्रोन एरियाज गिवन बाय IMD. टोटली करंट अफेयर्स रिलेटेड है. करंट में न्यूज में था इसलिए क्वेश्चन आया है. Okay, usually we cannot prepare all of this as traditional part of geography. The things which are in news, you will give special emphasis and try to read more about this. We have four types of question. One is direct, second one is applied, third one is mix of current affairs, fourth one is total current affairs. But you don't have to worry, it is not equal weightage. Maximum number of question comes from here and then here. 75% of the questions are here only. 50% of the questions are here only. If there are 8 questions, 4 questions are totally static and basic. Okay? 1 or 2 questions on static and applied, 1 or 2 questions are current affairs. Okay, 1 or 2 questions are mix of current affairs and static. So that makes geography slightly scoring. You prepare well in geography, your first paper score will be very good. No other section has this much of weightage. Question weightage भी हो सकता है, but scoring नहीं होगा. Geography has both the advantage. ठीक है? This is just a brief. I would suggest you to go through these links. I have given the PPT. I'll share this PPT with you guys. So I have taken this analysis from Vision IAS from 2014 till 2022. So we have done detailed analysis of prelims, all the questions I have discussed, as well as mains from 2014 to 2022. I have discussed in detail each and every question. I'm not asking you to go through it immediately, but whenever you get time, please go through it. So what is the use of this? इससे पता चलेगा in which direction you have to prepare, which is very very important. Okay, so UPSC preparation is very vast and wide, बहुत ज़्यादा wide है. किस direction में पढ़ना ये बड़ा important है. Otherwise तो you will be lost. You will take 4 years to complete. जो actually आपको preparation लगेगा, हाँ ठीक है मुझे अभी लग रहा है थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ लिया, बहुत time लग जाएगा. It is not required only. First you have to understand what is the requirement of UPSC. Demand क्या है वो समझो, वो समझ लिया तो बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा आपका. ठीक है? So very very important. I would suggest for any subject, please go through the previous papers first. ओवरऑल एरिया कौन कौन सा इंपॉर्टेंट है, किस डेप्थ में पढ़ना है, क्वेश्चन कैसे होता है, हमारा जो यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन है उस ओरिएंटेशन में जाना चाहिए. Once you know the type of question which are being asked, every time we discuss something in the class, you will think in that direction only. So that is what is required. So बहुत लोग इसको समझने में बहुत टाइम लगा देते हैं. पहले पढ़ते हैं, फिर एग्जाम लिखते हैं, फिर समझ आएगा अरे ऐसे करना था, फिर दोबारा पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. Okay, so please understand this. Whenever you get time, go through this. So that is about types of questions. What are the sources? Sources to be followed. Sources तो अभी बहुत सारा है ना? So when I was preparing, there was a shortage of sources. So we used to see what to study. So अभी आपको देखना है what not to study. ठीक है? So you go into राजनगर मार्केट, करोल बाग मार्केट, आपको बहुत सारा मटेरियल मिलेगा. जियोग्राफी नाम भी बहुत सारा नोट्स, टेक्स्ट बुक्स है ना. सो ऑनलाइन में तो भरे पड़े हैं. सो व्हाट शुड बी द अप्रोच? सी व्हाटएवर यू स्टडी, इट्स अप टू यू. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू से ये मत पढ़ो वो मत पढ़ो, बट आई वुड सजेस्ट सम बेसिक थिंग्स. यू हैव टू रीड दैट. ठीक है? उसके ऊपर जो भी पढ़ना है आपकी इच्छा है. द मोस्ट बेसिक फॉर एनसीईआरटीज. एनसीईआरटीज इज मस्ट है ना. यूपीएससी में जो भी सीरियसली प्रिपेयर करते हैं उनको पता है एनसीईआरटीज आर मस्ट. द वे the things are explained in NCERT, जो basic, जो बहुत clarity में जो समझा है, you will not find in any other source. There are 4 NCERTs, 11th standard 2 NCERTs, 12th standard 2 NCERTs. 11th standard part 1, fundamentals of physical geography. 11th standard part 2, India physical environment. So basically this is world physical geography, this is Indian physical geography. ठीक है? जो हमने भी 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है. This is your world physical geography, this is your Indian physical geography. ह्यूमन एंड इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी के लिए 2 बुक है. फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड्स पर्सपेक्टिव. इंडिया पीपल एंड इकोनॉमी, दैट इज ह्यूमन एंड इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी फ्रॉम इंडियाज पर्सपेक्टिव. ओके, 4 बुक है, ये तो कंपलसरी है, यू हैव टू रीड. व्हाट अबाउट द अर्लियर एनसीईआरटीज? सो यू वुड हैव हर्ड अबाउट स्टडीइंग 6 to 10 स्टैंडर्ड एनसीईआरटीज आल्सो. सो इफ एट ऑल यू स्टडीड इट ऑलरेडी, इट्स ओके, नो नीड टू स्टडी इट अगेन. उसको पीछे छोड़ो. सो व्हाटएवर इट इज देयर, इट इज गिवन हियर आल्सो. How many of you have read these NCERTs? बताइए, ये जो 11th and 12th standard का है. 11th, good. Not thoroughly. Anyone else? Studied? ठीक है, हो गया. ठीक है, ठीक है. So बाकी लोग कैसे करने हैं? I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. but these are must. So these I would call it as primary reference. Okay, remember primary reference books for NCERTs. In addition to this, there are two more books. ये तो सुना होगा, अभी ब्लैक कलर में आ रहा है ना, सेम ही है, बाहर का कवर चेंज किया है बस, बाकी सब तो सेम ही है. इट्स कॉल्ड एज जीसी लियोंग, गोचेंग लियोंग. इट इज अबाउट वर्ल्ड फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी. इट इज नॉट इंडियन टेक्स्ट बुक. वर्ल्ड फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी बहुत छोटा टेक्स्ट बुक है, बहुत सही दिया है. दिस इज वेरी गुड. एंड देयर इज अनदर बुक, ICSE सिलेबस टोटल ज्योग्राफी 10th स्टैंडर्ड. ओके, ICSE सिलेबस टोटल ज्योग्राफी 10th स्टैंडर्ड. 6 बुक हो गया. सो इनमें से जो फर्स्ट 4 था उसको तो पूरा पढ़ना है. ओके, यू हैव टू रीड दिस 4. इन दिस यू कैन स्किप चैप्टर 5 to 11. 5 to 11 स्किप कर सकते हो. यू कैन रीड 1 to 4 and 12 to 14 which is basics. 15 to 25 is slightly advanced and that is also I would recommend to read it. Okay, basically 5 to 11 छोड़ के बाकी सारा पढ़ सकते हो. GC लियोंग. Total Geography 10th standard. This talks about Indian geography. Okay, this is Indian geography book. So why I am recommending? Because Indian physical aspect is cleared in a, it is covered in a very detailed manner, in a thorough manner here. But the economic and human aspect is not done in a detailed manner in NCERT. It is not done. वो जो book है वो थोड़ा सा general type है. So UPSC के context में और detail में पढ़ना है. So there this will be helpful. Okay, this will be helpful in understanding economic and human geography of India. Physical geography के लिए NCERT रेफर करो, वही बेटर है. But economic and human geography के लिए you can refer to that book. Okay, 6 हो गया. These are basic reference. For advanced reference, there is one textbook, Samindra Singh Physical Geography. You might have heard it, but I would say no need to purchase it. If you don't have, मतलब in depth पढ़ना है, ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है तो खरीदो मत. No, it's okay. Because see, NCERTs are must because it covers the basic aspects, but there are certain topics which have to go beyond NCERT. वहां पर ये काम आएगा. But in the class, I'll be covering all of this. Okay, I'll be covering all the topics which is required in detail. In कितने कौन से टर्म में चाहिए ये सब मैं क्लास में कवर कर दूंगा. If you have a very interest, आपको पढ़ने का इंटरेस्ट है तभी खरीदना, otherwise it is not required. That is why I'm saying advanced reference. It is not must. ठीक है? So this is your reference. Then what is the source? Source क्या है? Source होगा आपका class notes. Your class notes will be your source. The source for geography should be your class notes. Whatever we dictate, whatever I dictate in the class, so please take the notes and go back and revise from there only. ठीक है? Maintain a single source from where you can read and revise multiple times. Because geography is slightly technical subject, थोड़ा सा technical है, so you have to revise multiple times and you have to remember it as it is. I told you 3 to 4 questions in mains, they are coming directly. उसको as it is याद रखा तो लिखना बहुत easy है. ठीक है? But that is not going to be sufficient. I'm not going to say ये खाली ये पढ़ लो इससे हो जाएगा. You have to read NCERTs. But whatever you get extra from NCERT, add it to your notes. Make it more comprehensive. I'll give the basic framework in the class. बेसिक चीजें मैं बता दूंगा, बेसिक चीजें डिक्टेट करूंगा, बट एड इट टू योर नोट्स फ्रॉम वट एवर द प्राइमरी रेफरेंस मटेरियल यू आर रीडिंग. इफ यू वांट टू रीड एनीथिंग एल्स, यू रीड दैट आल्सो एंड एड टू योर नोट्स. मेक वन सिंगल कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव सोर्स. आई डिक्टेट, ओके, क्लास में डिक्टेट करूंगा बिकॉज ज्योग्राफी इज टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट. एज आई सेड, यू हैव टू गो बैक एंड रिवाइज वट एवर आई टीच, देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. In addition to this, we will give you a material, printed material. Okay, so try to read that also. But the basic level is your class notes. The next level is your NCERTs. Then comes Vision IAS printed material. Whoever has not done NCERT, I would suggest very simple and easy thing. What I am going to cover in the next class, I'll tell beforehand only. Just read that from NCERT. बस वही टॉपिक पढ़ के आ जाओ. You don't have to sit and study the entire NCERT. अभी तो उतना टाइम नहीं है. Since your class is going to start, whatever I'm going to cover in the next class, I'll just tell you beforehand only. Read that from NCERT and come. Then you will be covering in the class. Then you can go back and revise once. And if you get anything extra over there, just add it to the class notes. So that way, along with the class, you will also be covering the NCERTs and GC लियोंग also. ठीक है? So that is a better way of doing it. So जो भी ऑलरेडी कर लिया, so if you want to read again, याद नहीं है ऐसा कुछ है तो दोबारा पढ़ लो. ठीक है, कोई इशू नहीं है. अगर पूरा याद है तो no issue, you don't have to read. You can read the Vision IAS printed material. So once you cover this, then you can go for Vision IAS printed material. That is your reference material. ठीक है. This is your geography जो सिलेबस पार्ट है, बट देयर इज आल्सो अनदर पार्ट, मैप रीडिंग. बहुत लोगों के लिए मुश्किल वाला पार्ट है ना. सो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू फील डिफिकल्टी इन दिस पार्ट? ऑनेस्टली बताओ, कोई बात नहीं, बताओगे तभी काम कर पाएंगे उसके ऊपर. ठीक है. So because many of you feel it is too factual to remember, right? It is too factual to remember. That's because you see it as some kind of information or fact. Okay, all of you have a big wall map. होगा, खरीदा होगा. That is the first thing you would do after coming to Delhi. है ना? तो राजनगर मार्केट में तो मिल जाता है. So along with bed, bucket, and this is must. In many of the rooms वो तो लैंडलॉर्ड ही लगा के देते हैं. ठीक है. It has a purpose. Okay, it is not just to cover the wall. So what is the purpose of this? The first thing, try to develop a pictorial memory. You should see it on daily basis. Try to see and try to locate the places on this map. Okay, big wall map. Atlas भी होना चाहिए. You should have an atlas also. But at the same time, you should have this wall map also. If you don't have much space, कौन सा होना ही चाहिए? Physical map of world, number 1. Physical map of India, number 2. Then political map of India at number 4 priority, political map of world. Okay, this is must. ये पहले, then this. So try to see it on daily basis and try to identify few of the locations, whatever you feel, whatever it is interesting for you, and try to see that, try to imagine that places. You should develop that pictorial memory. तभी वो याद आएगा. And you have to do it on daily basis. At least 1 or 2 location try to identify. So now comes which one to identify, which one to remember, which one not to remember. UPSC के लिए कौन सा इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन सा नहीं इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये कैसा पता चलेगा? So इसलिए मैंने जो लिंक्स दिया है ना, उसमें डिटेल एनालिसिस दिया है मैंने. I have analyzed all the previous map locations of prelims. पूरा एक सेक्शन अलग से एनालाइज किया है, उसको एक बार गो थ्रू कर लेना. You will find, you will understand which one is important, which one is not important. The mapping part involve, okay, जो mapping locations आते हैं. So I told you we have 2 types of locations. The locations which you have to remember, they are of 2 types. One is static locations. Another one is current affairs based location. So how do you go through the static location? Okay, there are so many locations. कौन सा important है, कौन सा नहीं important है, कैसे पता चलेगा? The first important source of knowing the static location is your textbooks. जो भी reference books मैंने suggest किया है, NCERTs, है ना? In every concept they would have discussed some of the examples. They would have given some examples of location. Wherever there is a discussion of mountain, they would have spoken about a mountain, a plateau, or a river, or a lake. Whenever you see such location, immediately mark it in the atlas. है ना? So immediately mark it in the atlas. Atlas is a book. That big wall map is just for visualization and just to mark the important ones. उसमें सारा नहीं मिलेगा. Carry a atlas always to geography class है तो atlas होना ही चाहिए. ठीक है? And keep the same. Use the same for revision purpose. And immediately whenever you hear a location, immediately mark it. Whatever the location you see in the textbook and whatever the locations I tell you in the class as example. Okay, whatever the location I tell you as examples, just mark it. In addition to this, there are few more important locations which we may not be covering in the class, but you have to see it from UPSC's point of view. We will cover that also through separate mapping class. Okay, we will cover that. For example, there will be some questions. What are the countries surrounding Mediterranean Sea? What are the countries surrounding Afghanistan? जो इस बार का क्वेश्चन आया था, है ना? So ऐसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं जो पूरा स्टैटिक टाइप है, ये सारा कवर करेंगे. This covers your static part. अपनी तरफ से तो जब भी टेक्स्ट बुक में क्वेश्चन एक लोकेशन आएगा या क्लासेस में जो भी लोकेशन आएगा, इमीडिएटली यू हैव टू मार्क इट. अदर देन दिस, यू विल आल्सो रीड न्यूज़पेपर ऑन डेली बेसिस. So in that you will find some of the important locations where there is an international summit has happened. Okay, where some new project has been announced, where a new power plant has been announced, or a hydroelectric project has been announced, or a mining has been started. So all such location which you find in the newspaper, immediately mark it on the atlas and write briefly about it. एक brief note लिख देना. एक separate note maintain करना ही है for mapping. You have to maintain a separate notes. एक छोटा सा या जो geography notes का पीछे से भी लिख सकते हैं. It is your wish, but you have to keep it separate. Whatever the current locations you find, you make a brief note. Brief note होना चाहिए. It should not be very detailed one. Where is it located? Why it is in news? ठीक है? ऐसे ही जो भी न्यूज में आता है इंपॉर्टेंट लगेगा, ठीक है, लिखते जाओ. At the same time, you will also read from current affairs magazine. जो मंथली मैगजीन हो गया, विजन है इसका मैगजीन जो हम देते हैं, So we'll also be getting current affairs classes. So in current affairs magazine, whatever the location you use, see it. So try to mark it immediately on the map. If you do it on daily basis, it will be easier. Okay, if you do it before the exam, sitting and mugging up all the location, it is too difficult. Okay, the key to remembering map location is doing it on daily basis and trying to picturize that location. Develop that pictorial memory. वो रेगुलरली रिवाइज करने से हो जाएगा. हम भी क्लास में थोड़ा बहुत करते हैं. We'll also do some mapping exercise will be done, and at the end we'll also separately map all the important locations of geography as well as environment. Okay, that will be done separately. So which atlas to carry or purchase? So any atlas is fine. The preferred one is Orient Black Swan School Atlas. If you have not purchased an atlas, please purchase this. If you have already purchased Oxford or any other atlas, it's totally fine. So I don't have any connection with this Orient Black Swan. So I have the access to their software. I can use it in the class. I can show it on the board. ठीक है, इसलिए तो आपको immediately देख के मार्क करना easy रहता है. And whenever you are doing this map location, try to do it with some curiosity. Okay, with some interest. Don't see it as some fact or information. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत कोशिश करो कि उसमें exactly क्या है, कहां पर है, तो कैसे हो सकता है, थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट से देखना शुरू करो, तभी easy रहेगा. ठीक है, that is about mapping. What about the approach should be followed? What are the approach should be followed? How to read geography? Because many of you feel difficulty in geography subject result. How many of you feel difficulty in geography? कितने लोगों को लिए मुश्किल लगता है बताइए. देखो, good. I hope by the end of 40 lectures you are going to say it's easier. Okay, so let's see. See, my idea is geography is the most practical subject compared to any other subject. It is the most practical subject. People find it difficult because they start with facts and information. Don't do that. Start with the most basic thing. Okay, start with the basics and fundamental. Develop the conceptual clarity first. Okay, then we'll come to the facts and information. Start with the basics. That is why I said read NCERT and try to read it before the class. You will develop that basic interest in that. When you hear it, when you read it by yourself first, then you come to the class and then you hear it from myself, then it will be better. But if you are hearing this concept or the topic first time in the class, it will take some time for you to digest that. Okay, leave out understanding the concept. मतलब वो सुन के मतलब digest होने में थोड़ा सा time लगता है. So that's why I always say read NCERTs first. At least whatever we are going to cover in the next class, read it and come. आधा पेज, एक पेज, दो पेज रहेगा और उससे ज्यादा तो नहीं होगा. NCERT में उतना ही दिया होगा. Just read simply once and come. You will understand in a better manner. Start with the basics. Develop a conceptual clarity. ये बड़ा important है. Geography में without conceptual clarity you cannot do anything. Any kind of information you can link with the concepts. For example, वो जो Red Sanders का क्वेश्चन था, है ना? You will say it as a information. I say there is a concept here. What kind of concept? Okay, Red Sander is a tree which is found only in dry climate. जहां पर ड्राइनेस ज्यादा रहता है वहां पर और ज्यादा क्वालिटी रहता है. द ड्राइएस्ट वन इज द मोर क्वालिटी, मोर बेटर वन, एंड दैट ड्राई क्लाइमेट इज फाउंड इन ओनली सर्टेन रीजन. द ईस्टर्न साइड, नॉट इन द वेस्टर्न साइड ऑफ इंडिया, ईस्टर्न साइड, द ट्राई जंक्शन ऑफ कर्नाटक, आंध्र प्रदेश एंड तमिलनाडु, where the precipitation is not that great, where the soil is red, that is best suited for growing red sanders. Try to connect it. याद रखना बहुत easy है. Okay, develop the conceptual clarity. It is very, very important. How to develop the conceptual clarity? So try to see different images. यहां पर क्लास में करेंगे. मैं भी कोशिश करता हूं जितना मीडिया यूज करके, लाइक वीडियोस एंड इमेजेस, आप वापस जाके जब दोबारा रिवाइज करोगे, when you read it again, so try to see it from the internet. Any source, whatever the source available, try to see it from the internet. Okay, you will also find some videos, YouTube में भी बहुत सारे videos मिलेगा geography related concepts. Try to visualize it. So that is a better way of developing the conceptual clarity. It is not just something to read about. And most importantly, apply in real world. Practical application is must. Okay, I already told you geography is the most practical subject. You can see everything outside. Okay, this is the month of October. There's too much of rain outside, which is very unusual. Why? Monsoon has already retreated from Delhi. Okay, it has retreated by September end itself. It is the combination of western disturbance and the depression which is happening in Bay of Bengal. दोनों का connection है. The monsoon is still retreating in UP. UP में अभी भी retreat हो रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वहां पर थोड़ा सा बारिश हो रहा है. But Delhi में it is not. You can clearly see it outside. Okay, we'll discuss about different type of clouds. When you see clouds, try to imagine, try to see which type of cloud it is. Okay, so we'll talk about cyclones. You will hear about cyclone. Okay, go to Google Earth, go to IMD website, you will see the satellite imagery of cyclone itself. Everything is practical. Try to apply in the real world, it is very easy. Right? And then come to the fact and information. Try to associate these facts and information with the concepts which you have studied, then it will be very easy to remember. And most importantly, how to score better in geography through maps and figures as well as examples. Facts and information will be helpful in writing examples, and maps and figures will be writing in illustrating, in describing in a better manner. You will always get 1 mark extra here, and each and every mark counts, trust me. Okay, practice maps and figures. You should practice both world map as well as India map. Okay, दोनों practice करना ही है. Even for general studies, I would suggest write world map as well as India map. Okay, many of you find it difficult. I'll also tell you in one of the classes how to draw world map. You can draw a very good world map in less than a minute. Okay, it is very easy. It's not that difficult. You just need some practice. There are some shortcuts, I'll tell you that. Both India map and world map practice. At the same time, practice drawing some of the figures. You're talking about different types of rainfall, orographic rainfall, convectional rainfall, frontal rainfall. So try to draw simple diagrams and describe it. Okay, label it. This is how you get extra marks in geography, which is not there in other subjects. यहाँ पर ये advantage है. And few of the things are related to current affairs, so you need to link it with them. So that is where the current affairs related questions would come. Okay, try to link it with the current affairs. Whatever you see in the current affairs, you can always connect with geography if it is related to geography. Okay, so that's brief analysis. In detail ही हो गया, detailed analysis about geography. So there are a few instructions. First basic instruction I've already given you. Read before the class. Read before the class, revise after the class. Okay, this is very simple but very efficient rule which you should follow in UPSC preparation. Read before the class, revise after the class. Whatever we study on that day, revise it on that day only. Before sleeping, you should be done with that. If you have the habit of sleeping early and getting up early, it's okay. At least next day morning, you should be done with that, not beyond that. Okay, this is going to be very effective, trust me. When you don't do it, it will start to pile up. It will start to pile up. And the second thing, you will not understand the further concepts in a better manner. Once you are clear with the previous concepts, you will understand these next concepts in a very easier manner. It is very important. ठीक है? And उसके साथ में read before the class मतलब जो basic source है NCERT हो गया उससे पढ़ के आ जाओ. And after the class, you go and revise whatever I have dictated in the notes and connect it with whatever you had read from NCERT. If you get anything extra over there, just add it to the notes. काम खत्म. And read briefly for the next day class and come. ठीक है? Second, regarding doubts, I would say ask as many doubts as possible. That is how you learn. ठीक है? So, but few of the times, have some patience. Wait till I complete the topic. Many of the times, when I complete the topic, your doubts would be cleared. Okay, wait till I complete the topic, then you can ask whatever the doubts you want. Okay, I would never discourage anyone to ask doubts. But sometimes it happens that whatever the doubt you are asking, I would be covering in the subsequent class. Okay, I'll give a clear order of the topics which would be covered in a particular unit. So please follow that. If I say something which I'll be covering in the next class, I'll definitely cover it. So मैंने तो ऐसे तो skip नहीं करूँगा. So if you think वो ऐसे बाद में भूल जाएंगे, ऐसे कुछ डाउट है तो पीछे एक बार लिख के रखो. अगर कवर नहीं हुआ तो बाद में आके मुझे पूछ लेना. ठीक है? And few of the things are there. Geography, I told you, it's a very technical subject. Few of the things you may not be required for general studies. So if I start to explain everything, it may be time waste for others. So I would say please come and meet me after the class. So that means it is not required for general studies. Just for your curiosity, you're asking this. I'll explain at the end for you alone. But it will not be required. If it is required for general studies UPSC, I would definitely explain in the class. So this is from my end. Any doubts, anything you want to ask, you can ask. Current NCERTs. Current NCERTs are fine. Okay, in case of geography, I would always suggest new NCERTs. It is more updated. Anything else? I hope I have covered all the aspects. So all clear? Okay. So you will find many material sources which is said to be compilation of multiple sources, all of this. So trust me, the better one is the one which you write it by yourself. The one which you write it by yourself in the class, that is the better one. Because there is no best source in this preparation. For any subject, for that matter, there is no best source as such. It is the one which you prepare in a best possible manner. Okay, the one which you prepare in a best possible manner. That is your class notes. You have written it by yourself. The other source may contain more information. The thing is, this one you remember better. है ना? So I would always suggest to go with this. Because content का कभी कमी नहीं होगा. As I told you earlier, there would not be any shortage of content. You don't go behind content. The one which you study thoroughly with 100% confidence, मैं इसी को ही ठीक से पढ़ूंगा, जितना भी पढ़ूंगा मैं इसी को ही ठीक से पढ़ूंगा, इस कॉन्फिडेंस से पढ़ो, वो काफ़ी है, उससे काम चल जाएगा. ठीक है. सो हमारे क्लास में तो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ इट विल बी कवर्ड. एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए तो विजन का प्रिंटेड मटेरियल से मिल जाएगा. सो नो नीड टू वरी. पर्टिकुलरली जियोग्राफी इज टू स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट, सो मोस्ट ऑफ इट इज ऑल सेट. एनीथिंग एल्स? ठीक है. Before we start, yes. GC Leong, I would suggest study parallelly. Okay, study parallelly along with NCERT. Suppose we are covering about geomorphology. Geomorphology, let's say the topic is types of rocks. Okay, so if I'm saying tomorrow I'll cover types of rocks, go back, first read from NCERT the same type of rocks, and also read from GC Leong also. Thing is, you don't have to become perfect over there, you don't have to remember everything, just give a simple reading from both the source. Okay, so types of rocks is a single chapter, it covers 3 to 4 pages in NCERT and 2 to 3 pages in GC Leong. You can read it in a 1 hour. Even if you give 1 hour, you will be definitely able to read it. So next day you will understand better in the class. At least I hope you will understand better in the class. So when you go back and read, so it will be more clear for you. You can read it parallelly. So GC Leong is not something very detailed source. उसमें जितना दिया है बहुत सही तरीके में दिया है. In a very short and concise manner it is given, so you can read it very easily. Yeah. Anything else? Yes. Once you are done with this, if at all you have already studied NCERTs, or if you are able to study NCERT and GC Leong in a faster manner along with the class, then you go with the Vision IAS material, the next level. Twelfth NCERT also. Okay, for economic and human geography, read 12th NCERT, part 1, part 2, and then 10th standard ICSE syllabus, the economic aspect only. That will be just for reference. So the idea of having the reference is to read it in a different statement, in a different sense. It is the same thing what I have discussed in the class. Just in a different manner it is explained. So that brings a better clarity. You don't have to revise that again and again. Once you read it thoroughly, whatever, if you think there is something extra, just add it to your notes. Now you have to read the notes again and again. Along with that, current affairs, of course. Anything else? Okay. So before we start, so as I told you, this is your first day. Okay. So again, I welcome all of you. I wish you all the best. Okay. So ये जो preparation का stage है. Okay. So today you are beginning your preparation. So let me give you some simple advice. ये जो preparation का stage है, it is going to be one of the most productive time of your entire lifetime in terms of learning. Okay, many of you would be very studious from the college days only. बहुत पहले से पढ़ के आ रहे होंगे, ठीक है. बहुत लोग अभी तक पढ़ाई नहीं किया ठीक से, ठीक है. So मस्ती किए है, वो भी ठीक है. But this is the actual time to prepare. Okay, trust me, this will be the most productive time of your life. You will learn a lot. You will study a lot. Okay, there are 3 things. First, you will study. It's about the information, understanding, developing the conceptual clarity, all of this. You will study a lot, which you will carry forward for all your subsequent time ahead. Okay, so I hope all of you clear UPSC. Okay, so वो तो है ही. So when you clear UPSC through your field work, wherever you're going to work, all of this is going to be helpful. इसीलिए ये जो भी हम पढ़ेंगे वो ज़रूरी है. Second, so along with the information, you will also try to see these things in the real world. The application part of this, whatever the knowledge which you are going to gain, ये बड़ा important है. बहुत लोग यहाँ पर पहुँचते ही नहीं है. They just become bookworms. Okay, don't be a bookworm. Try to apply in the real world. Try to see it in the real world. Any subject for that matter, you can see in the real world. Okay, polity, economics, you can try to relate what is happening. That is what is required for UPSC preparation. Application in the real world. The third part, develop your own opinion. Develop your own opinion based on the knowledge which you have gained, based on the application in reality, what you see. There is a problem. You will identify the problem. What should be the solution? So, कैसे change करना है? It will take time. for you to get into this process. But remember, there are 3 different stages here. The first stage is actually your prelims, where it is majorly information. Second, mains, where you see the real world applicability of what you have studied. And third is your interview. Opinion is must. They ask your opinion. Okay, what is your opinion about this? आप क्या सोचते हो, इसका क्या होना चाहिए? Okay, integrate all the 3. Whenever you read something, try to see it in the real world and develop your own opinion. Okay, इसमें क्या issue है, क्या problem है, इसको कैसे solve करना है. ठीक है? This is your overall process of preparation. It is going to change your entire character, entire personality को एक दूसरा shape देगा. This entire preparation process, which you will cherish, I'm sure, for the rest of your life. ठीक है? During this process, many of you will face many difficulties. It is not going to be a very easy cakewalk. Okay, trust me. Many issues will come, many problems will come. Always remember why you are here. Okay, all of you would have some reason why you wanted to prepare for UPSC. Okay, किसी मतलब for some people it is your childhood dream. For some people it is the prestige which comes with it. For some people it is the power, or for some they want to bring a change in the society. For whatever the reason you have come here, try to remember that. So that will give you the energy to move ahead. Always try to maintain that high energy levels. जितना फर्स्ट डे जितना क्लास फुल लग रहा है ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. So gradually थोड़ा बहुत कम होते जाएगा. So I have seen it, but try to remember this is how everyone moves away. Gradually interest कम होते जाएगा, overall effort भी कम होते जाएगा, फिर ऐसे ही चला जाएगा. ठीक है? So don't go over there. Maintain high energy levels. Second, be disciplined. Okay, discipline maintain करो. Discipline is not something which you show it for others, for yourself. Okay, so you should be disciplined, you should be accountable for yourself. है ना? Discipline मतलब it's not something like you have to be very strict, है ना? पूरा tight होना चाहिए, enjoy नहीं करना चाहिए. Of course enjoy करना चाहिए. This is all the process which you like and learn. Okay, you cannot do it out of compulsion. At the same time, when you do something, try to develop some consistency in it. That is what is being disciplined. Okay, consistent effort is very very important. This is not some 100 meters race, it's a marathon. Okay, पक्का ये तो marathon है. Consistency चाहिए, regularly होना चाहिए. So जब when you are being disciplined, that gives you the push. Okay, so आगे जाने के लिए push देता है. Third, believe in hard work. Believe in yourself, believe in hard work. Because when you prepare, when you come here from all over India, students have come. बहुत लोग आते हैं, ऐसे यूनिवर्सिटी टॉपर्स होते हैं. So IIM, IIT से आते हैं. So you will see many of them. So क्लास में बहुत लोग जैसे मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, immediately फटाफट आंसर दे देते हैं. You'll see all of this. Okay, that is when you'll remember, है ना? बहुत लोगों के पास टैलेंट है, तो मेरे पास टैलेंट नहीं है. Okay, so you'll feel that difficulty. Fine, कुछ लोगों के पास naturally आ जाता है. So they would have been like the toppers from the school time, college time, है ना? You will feel थोड़ा सा inferior तो लगता है. But talent से ज़्यादा important है hard work. Okay, talent से ज़्यादा important है hard work. Because there is a limitation for talent, but there is no limitation for hard work. So when you are moving ahead, in many of the times, talent will face the obstacle. टैलेंट के लिए यूपीएससी, पर्टिकुलरली यूपीएससी में ना कभी रुक जाएंगे, बट हार्डवर्क कभी भी रुकता नहीं है. इट विल नेवर स्टॉप. थ्रू हार्डवर्क यू विल लर्न हाउ टू फेस द चैलेंज, हाउ टू ओवरकम इट. यू विल डेवलप दैट. जो टैलेंट के ऊपर चलता है ना, उनके लिए ये नहीं होता है. जब तक टैलेंट है वहां तक ही जाएंगे, बट हार्डवर्क के ऊपर जो चलता है ना, उनके लिए देयर इज नो एंडिंग. दैट्स व्हाई दे से हार्डवर्क ऑलवेज बीट्स टैलेंट. ठीक है? यूपीएससी में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So remember this. So if you have that belief, definitely all of you can clear UPSC. ठीक है? So that is from my end. और बात करेंगे चलते चलते. So let's start with the first part today. So this is your first unit. This will be the first introductory unit of physical geography of world. Okay, these are the topics which I'll be covering. First, we'll start with the basics. The basic concepts related to Earth, like the shape of Earth, latitude, longitude, rotation, revolution, seasons, time zones, international date line. बहुत basic लगता है, but यहीं पे बहुत tricky questions आ सकते हैं. You might have read about this long back in school, right? So latitude, longitude सारा याद है? याद है? नहीं याद है, ठीक है. हाँ, ठीक है, बात करेंगे. So this is your first part. Then we'll come to about the world. Okay, so universe, you can write this in the first page. Content list लिखो, so overall याद रहेगा कौन सी order में जाएंगे. So that you can remember this, and whenever you get it out, you can hold on till there. The universe, the origin of universe, that is about Big Bang. Life cycle of a star, overall different stages in star, the galaxies and stars, origin of solar system, sun, the planets, and the eclipse. Different types of eclipse. All of this we'll be covering in the first unit. Done? Okay, let's start with the basics. We already covered what is geography. IDL, International Date Line. Okay. So I've already told you what is geography. Geography is basically description of Earth. It is made up of two words. One is geo, second one is graphy. Geo means Earth, graphy means description. So we are going to describe Earth. Of course, that includes all the phenomena associated with the Earth, the origin, the evolution, the process which has created, the landforms, the atmosphere, ocean, all of it. That is what is geography. So how exactly the subject of geography evolved? The subject of geography initially evolved as a science of atlas making. Okay, as a science of atlas making. So what is atlas? Maps, the collection of maps. So why was it required? For trade, for travel. है ना? So पैसे का ही मामला है. So it was the trade which was happening since very old times. बहुत पहले से, even if you go back to Indus Valley civilization, that is the earliest time which we know, है ना, in India. So उसके पहले तो we don't have much of evidence about the things, and we will go back to Stone Age and all. So जो proper civilization का बात हो रहा है तो it is Indus Valley civilization and the Mesopotamian civilization. Where is Mesopotamia? Iran, Iraq basically. Okay? So and after that comes few more kingdoms, and most importantly the Greek and Roman kingdom. So earlier times when the trade was happening, of course there would be some method of okay, to the map making and all, but it was not well developed at that point of time during the Indus Valley civilization or so. So it was during the Greek time. Okay, so where is Greece? वापस जाके देखना कहाँ पर है Greece. Okay, it's in Mediterranean Sea. So Greek kingdom, so there was huge development in terms of science. The overall development was happening. So during that time, there was a philosopher, Eratosthenes. Okay, his name is Eratosthenes. He is called as the father of geography because he is the one who coined the term geography, and he is the one who developed this, the science of writing atlas. Okay, so there was map making and all of this. They wanted to develop it as one subject, one study, so that it will be helpful for those who are traveling and for those who are involved in trade. So that is where it all originated. It began from describing the earth, describing the different locations. Okay? So through that, what exactly we are describing? We are describing the different places on the surface of earth and their relationship with the surrounding environment and human beings. That is what is geography. It is the study of different places and the relationship with the surrounding environment. Right? Right about this, the definition. Geography means description of earth. Description of earth. The term geography was coined by Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes, a Greek philosopher, called us, who is called as the father of geography. Father of geography. Full stop. Geography is study of places, and relationships between people and their environment. Study of places and relationships between people and their environment. Okay, that is your basic introduction. The first topic, shape of the earth. Okay, in these first few topics, we will study about earth. Okay, basic introduction जैसे cover कर लेते. Okay, let's try to understand the few of the basic things. Starting from the shape of the earth. What is the shape of the earth? ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ के आए हो. ठीक है, तो ओवरऑल कौन सी शेप में दिखता है? स्पेरिकल शेप. गोल दिखता है, सबको दिखता है गोल? किसी को नहीं दिखता है? किसी को दिखता है वो पहले बताइए. Not in the image. Do you see spherical shape in the outside world? No. So that's why people used to think that earth is totally flat. So कुछ लोग अभी भी है. Okay, sir, internet पे एक बार search करो. People think the earth is still flat. Few of them also think that we never went to moon. Okay, so people will be there always. ठीक है. So overall, initially people used to think that earth was totally flat because it is not visible outside. बाहर से नहीं दिखेगा. And we were not having technology to go into the space and see from distance. So we went to the space, we went to the outer space, मतलब जहां तक दूर से दिख जाएगा. So that was only till recent times. Fine. So when we launched the satellites, when we sent the satellite, when we saw the satellite pictures by ourselves, तब तक तो ये guarantee नहीं था कि Earth was totally spherical in shape. Is it so? No. There were certain evidences to prove that. Before we actually saw the image by ourselves, we were actually sure that Earth is spherical in shape. Okay, there are various evidence to support that. We will talk about that. There are various evidence to prove that. So over a long period of time, we came to conclusion that Earth is spherical in shape. पहले flat Earth का imagination था. Then we gradually moved on to spherical shape of the Earth. So once everyone settled, ठीक है, सब लोग मान लिया कि spherical shape है. Okay, majority of them they agreed. Most of the scientists agreed. So then comes another guy who says Earth is not spherical. That means Earth is not perfectly spherical. Okay, it is not a perfect sphere. Okay, rather, पीछे चला गया. नहीं वापस आए यार. Can you call someone? नहीं इसमें नहीं आता, इसमें तो नीट. It's not going back. अच्छा ठीक है, आ गया. ठीक है, ये देखो. So when everyone was saying ठीक है पूरा perfect sphere है, then comes another guy who said Earth is not a perfect sphere. He says it is not a perfect sphere. It looks like a sphere, but it is not a perfect sphere because Earth is flattened near to the poles and bulged at the equator. A perfect sphere will have equal radius from all the direction. You measure the radius from the center of the Earth towards the poles, or from the center of the Earth towards the equator. It should be the same radius or the diameter. But the diameter across the poles, if you see the diameter across the poles, it is said to be 12,714 kilometers. But the diameter across the equator is 12,756 kilometers. How much of difference? 42 kilometers of difference. That means the Earth is not a perfect sphere. Okay, perfect sphere will have the same diameter in any direction, right? So the basic idea. That means near to the poles it is slightly flattened, and along the equator it is slightly bulged. What do you mean by that? इसका मतलब क्या है? So a perfect sphere will have equal radius from all the sides. However, if you imagine, थोड़ा सा exaggerate करके लिखना है तो ऐसे दिखेगा. Okay, ये तो exaggerated version है, of course. इतना ज़्यादा भी distorted नहीं है, but overall there is more bulging near to the equator and flattening near to the poles. So this shape of Earth, there is no specific shape as such. Earth has its own shape. Earth का खुद का shape है. Okay, there is no duplicate. Original है. So that shape of Earth is called as geoid. So that original shape of Earth where the poles are flattened and the equator is bulged, it is called as geoid, or it is also called as oblate spheroid. Because a normal spheroid will be equal from all the sides, oblate is bulged one. It's called as oblate spheroid. So who is that guy? कौन है ऐसे बोला? Newton. Newton is the first to say that Earth is not a perfect sphere. And not only Earth, he said any planet which is spinning will have the same shape. Same shape मतलब bulged at the equator and flattened at the pole. And he said it is due to the continuous rotation. Due to the fast spinning of the Earth, it gets flattened near to the poles and bulged near to the equator. Because of this continuous spinning, the mass tend to spread out, right? जिसकी वजह से it forms a bulge near to the equator and flattening near to the pole. It is a Newton who said it for the first time, which is clear. Okay, by calculating the diameter across the pole to pole diameter, and if you compare the equator over diameter, it is very clear that Earth is not a perfect sphere. But having said this, for all practical purpose, Earth will be considered as a perfect sphere because the difference is very very minute. बहुत कम है. This difference will not matter for us living on the surface of Earth. Because Earth is very very big in size compared to its overall size. 42 किलोमीटर का तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. But this will be important for those who are going to travel into the space, for rocket launching, satellites. So for that calculation it will be important. Rest everything for geography purpose we are going to consider it as a perfect sphere only. ठीक है? So write about this. Okay, the heading is shape of the Earth. The Earth is flattened near to the poles and bulged at the equator. So stop. It is due to the continuous rotation of Earth. It is due to the continuous rotation of the Earth. Stop. This shape of the Earth is called as geoid or oblate spheroid. जियोइड और ऑब्लेट स्पेरॉइड. Stop. Newton proposed this for the first time. Newton proposed this for the first time, and he also said the same applies for others planet too. The same applies for other planets too. Okay, this is basic introduction. We'll discuss more about the shape of Earth, about the different evidences in tomorrow's class. So in tomorrow's class, we'll cover the different evidences for the spherical shape of Earth, latitudes, longitudes, rotation, revolution. Okay, please read this and come. It is there in your first chapter of GC Leong. And it is not there in your 11th standard NCERT. इसमें नहीं है. So it is too basic. If you want, you can refer to 6th standard NCERT. Okay, 6th standard NCERT में you will find it online. तो एक बार roughly देख लेना, वो काफी है. सेकेंड चैप्टर, यस यस, सेकेंड थर्ड चैप्टर में होगा. ओवरऑल टॉपिक कवर कर लो, कौन कौन सा एविडेंसेस, रोटेशन, रेवोल्यूशन, लैटिट्यूड एंड लॉन्गिट्यूड. ठीक है, उसमें भी होगा. पहले एनसीईआरटी पढ़ लो, फिर बाद में प्रिंटेड मटेरियल पढ़ लो. एनसीईआरटी पढ़ लिया तो फिर प्रिंटेड मटेरियल पढ़ लेना. ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच.